Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Coming back at you with another lesson. This is coming out of Mississippi, where 11-year-old, Jake was shot in the chest by Edomite cop. You know, uh, this story is bugged because when I read into it, it was a domestic, you know, dispute between the young Jake's mother and her man, and he called the young Jake called the cops, and when they came, he wound up being the one getting shot in the chest, which is to show you why, this is just showing you Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he hates you, man. He hates looking at you, right? He doesn't want to see you breathe, man. Right? He don't care how young you are, how old you are. This devil, he just wants to put you to death, man. Because these Edomites, they know their kingdom is finished, man. Each and every day and every hour that go past is another hour and another day that this kingdom is falling, man. You can see it, you can feel it if you're in the spirit, right? So with that being said, Esau Edom, he blames you Israelites for his kingdom falling, man. Right? Never mind how wicked he is and all the wickedness he's done. He believes in his heart that you are the reason his kingdom is falling, man. So what is his first instinct, man? To kill you. Right? Now this young Jake, he turned out to be okay. He didn't die, from what the news report is saying is that he's home now, recovering. So, that's all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah, man. But this devil is mad, man. This devil, he's gonna make sure ain't no bullet unaccounted for, man. You can tell this man is ready to unleash his blessing on you, Jakes, man. And you out here lollygagging and playing, man, thinking just because the weather is turning nice, man, and you got you know free will, as some of you Negroes say, and then when I speak is to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You are the Israelites, and this whole world hates you, man. Every nation under the planet, under the skies, under the heavens, they hate you, man. Right? Because they are not you. Right? So just to, before I play this, just to go into the scriptures real quick. This is Psalm 55 and 1. I mean 21, because like I said earlier, this young Jake, he called the cops on him, man. Right? Here it is. The cops 12, right? The law is supposed to protect you, but hey, it ain't made for you, Jakes, man. It's made to oppress you, right? Put you in bondage, make sure you don't get out of line, and ultimately kill you, man. This is Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. So this young Jake, he got on the phone. He said, "Listen, I'm calling because you know so and so, he's hitting my mom." However it went. So whatever, either might answer the phone or whoever, you know, they probably gave him smooth words. Told him we'll be there. Just stay calm, stay on the phone. We'll get to you as soon as we can. Right? It says, right, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The whole time when them Edomites got that call, man, all they was thinking about is if it's if it's a nigga, I'm gonna kill him, man. I don't care who it is, man. I don't care how young, I don't care how old, right? And throughout history, there's been videos after videos showing how Esau get down when it comes to our elderly and our youth, man. Right? So it says, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. Right? So this man is looking to take your head off. Right? That's what it is. And that's due to us being under the curses. Right? That's due to us being under the curses because that is a curse from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. That we will be given into the hand of our enemy, man. We will be given into the hands of our enemies. This is Deuteronomy 28, right? The Most High put the so-called white man over us, man, to be a whipping stick and a sword when we get out of line and cross him, man. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. And it reads, well, I'm going to start at 48. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Salakia. Salakia, 1 second, Israel. Salakia. Salakia, Israel, back. Yeah, so Deuteronomy 28 and 48 again. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, man. And we are destroyed as a people, man. To whereas we believe that the same people that are killing us, we call them to help us, man. The same people that hate us, we're calling for them to love us, man. That's another a sign of us being destroyed. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. And this nation is talking about the nation of Edom, man. The so-called white race, man. It says, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor shew favor to the young, man. Right? So he's not going to show no favor and no mercy to the young of you Jakes, and the elderly of you Jakes, man. He's not going to show any mercy or any, right, favor at all, man. Right? So let's go. We're going to play this. Yahweh Shemel Shah willing to elect this other father, Salakia, for the rant. Let's go.
Now to this. A protest is underway for an 11-year-old boy who was shot by a police officer in Indianola, Mississippi. Adarian Murray was shot in the chest this weekend when officers responded to a domestic call at his home. His family wants the officer to be fired and charged. Murray has been released from the hospital, and he is recovering at home, which is good news. Body camera footage of the incident, though, has not yet been released. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca is closely following the story, and he joins us now. Omar, thanks for being with us. Can you break down the timeline of the shooting and what we know about what exactly happened?
All right. Let me give you a little timeline that we just got from the attorney, Carlos Moore. He told us that there was a domestic issue that was going on late or early Saturday morning here in Indianola. And the mom, her name is Nikayla Murray, was having a dispute with her daughter's father. He had come over and was knocking on the door. They came in and they started arguing. She said that she handed the phone back to her son, Darian, and just said, "Hey, call grandma and call the police. You know, he's upset." She handed him the phone to call for help. He did. He called for help and said, "Hey, you know, this is going on. Please come over and help." Grandma was on the way as well. Well, Carlos Moore, the attorney for the family, told me that when officers showed up, that he said basically they were coming in hot. And Nikayla Murray told me the same thing. It went from banging on the door to trying to kick the door in. She opened it up and she said the guns were drawn and, "Hey, everybody get out with their hands up." Well, when that happened, she says that the father of her daughter ran out on the backside. She came out with her hands up and told them, obviously, since a child had made the call, there are kids that are inside the house. So the officer, she said, yelled for everybody who's inside the house to come on out. She's walking out. Her mother is there looking in. And when that happened, she said that her son came around the corner with his hands up. Officer shot him. This is their side of the story. And she said that he was hit in the chest and was in shock and ran to her and basically stumbled in her arms and was asking her, why did they shoot me? He thought at first it was a taser. He was airlifted to a hospital in Jackson, Mississippi. He was on oxygen, not on a ventilator. She clarified that for damage to his lung. And it went in here and came out the back. But her words, by the grace of God, he is home. He is alive and he's physically recovering. And emotionally, she said it's going to be a long journey.
So you hear that shit, man? It's crazy, man. Like, this devil is gun-ho when it comes to our people, man. Right? This is why, you know, the Most High is about to move on this devil, man. And guess what? This devil is not getting any mercy, man, at all. You see why they're not gonna get any mercy, man. Because here it is, they call them to help with a domestic dispute, and they come in hot as this devil said too. They came in hot and they yelling, trying to kick down the door. They bust in, saying, "Everybody put your hands up." The kid came out with his hands up and they still shot him, man. What threat is a 11-year-old boy to you, Esau Edom? What can he do? He didn't have no gun. He had his hands up, man. So why would you are that thirsty to kill Israelites, man, that you don't care which one you kill. You don't care how old, how young, man. This is why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to take your ass out, man. Right? This is madness. This is insane, man. And the young Jake, he ran straight to his mom in shock, saying, why did they shoot him, man? Right? Oh, man. So now you got a protest, which the Most High ain't dealing with no damn protest, man. The Most High is coming for he's coming for these devils' blood, man. Right? This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. And you know this damn devil, he probably get, I don't know, he might get off, man. He might get off. Because they don't feel like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans' life is worth anything, man. So they feel like, hey, they can shoot you and hey, nobody should say nothing about it. Right? Just let him live his life. He shouldn't get fired. He shouldn't get no sort of what's the word? No sort of punishment should happen to him. He should just go on about his life. But see, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is recording everything, man. So you devils, you got a lot to pay for, man. This is Deuteronomy 28:32. thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, right? Which is Esau, Edom, and all these other nations, right? Throughout history. And thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all day long, all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand, man. Because really, you know, if the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans had strength and had might in their hands, none of this would happen, man. But we are broken people, man. We are a lost people, you know? So these things, you know, happen often, way too often, man. Right? So lock in for the background noise. None of that stuff was playing until, but it's just, Satan. But yeah, man, this is just an ongoing thing that happens daily, man. That don't get no media coverage. But it happens a lot, right? But this devil got something coming to him, man. Let's continue.
What they're protesting for, and let me shift over here a little bit so you can kind of see, it's a press conference. The protest hasn't exactly started. They want the body cam video from that incident released. They have identified the officer as Officer Greg Capers of the Indianola Police Department. They want that body cam released. They wanted it released a few days ago. They gave the city 48 hours, and they said the city did not comply. Now the Mississippi authorities here have basically said this is an ongoing investigation. But things have been released, body cam video has been released before an investigation is completed. They're pushing for that because they want to put pressure on the police department to justify their actions, because Attorney Moore says this is not justified and a child was almost killed.
Omar, I noticed like one of the signs, and I think maybe that's Adarian's mother. It says, "Your best cop," in quotes, "killed my baby." Do we know more about the officer who's been involved in this?
Yeah, we're trying to learn a little bit more. There's not much. We did. Attorneys are saying that a few years ago he was named as Indianola's best officer, and he had just said a little while ago, I was listening, if this is your best officer, then you need to get rid of the whole department and start all over again because of this happened. So that's where they're getting that moniker, the best officer, since he won that award. They want that body camera released, and since he says it hasn't been released in the 48 hours, that building behind me is City Hall. What they plan to do is have a sit-in, and they're going to go in 9 at a time and sit in. One of the city leaders came out and talked to Attorney Moore and said, we can't have everybody come in. The maximum they can have come in is 9 at a time. So they're planning on doing a sit-in here to put pressure on the police department and the mayor to release the video that they say will show that the shooting was not justified.
Yeah, it really is remarkable that he survived, Omar. Thank you.
So there you have it, man. Let's get a picture of the Jake. All right, this is the picture of the Jake right here, the young Jake. But yeah, and they telling them only 9 people can go in at a time. We can't have everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign right there that you have no might, you have no power, man. Our people have no power in this place, right? We were given into the hands of our enemy for punishment. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is angry with us, and he put us in their hands, man. So that way they do what they want with us, man. Right? How many times you going to protest and march? How many times you going to cry out and say no justice, no peace, man? Right? This is why the Most High is about to completely and utterly destroy America, Babylon the Great, man. Because this happens to no other people on the planet, man. No other people on the earth does this type of acts happen to, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 21. For death is come up into our windows and is entered. Salakia. I'm going to read that from the top. Jeremiah 9 and 21 again. For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces, to cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets, man. So hey, this is judgment coming to our door, man. This is the curses hitting us like a ton of bricks, right? Lamentation. This is Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "As for us, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help," man. Right? And our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. The same people that we going to is the same people that we expecting to help us, man. That we are expecting to save us. That we are expecting to change. These people will never change, man, because they weren't wired to be righteous, man. The Most High made the so-called white man, woman, and child to be wicked and unruly, man, and violent, right? It says they hunt our steps, right? That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. Our end is come, man. So the Israelites is about to get up out this captivity, man. And there's about to be a shift in rulership. And that's what these devils are afraid of, man. This young Jake is going to be ruling. He's going to be ruling soon, man. You know? And this devil, hey, he's through. This devil is through, man. This is Psalms chapter 7. Right? Psalm chapter 7 and verse, let's get 16. This is Psalm 7 and 16. His mischief, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 15. He made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made, man. So all of the killing, the taking advantage and destroying the children of Israel, and all the traps and the hell that the so-called white man has put the Israelites in, all that's going to be turned back into him, man. We're going to see if he can deal with it, which he can't, man. Right? It says, his mischief shall return upon his own head. Yeah, all the mischievous things he does to the children of Israel is going to return back unto him, man. And his violent dealing shall come down upon his own fate, man. And that's what's going to come, man. That's what's coming. That's what's headed for him. Right? Should be my last one. We're going to close out. This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Right? Amos 1 and 11. And it says, thus saith the Lord, for three transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, man. Every chance he get, he's pursuing his brother. Every chance he get, he looking to kill his brother, man. It says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity. He ain't have no pity for this Jake. He didn't care that he was 11 years old. He didn't care that he had his hands up. He didn't care that he did what that devil told him to do. He didn't care, man. He wanted death, man. He all pity went out the window. Right? So it says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So the Yahweh Shah said, punishment is coming for Esau Edom, man. And he's not finna turn it away because of all the unrighteous dealings, all the rape, rob, and murder that Esau Edom has done to the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The nation of Edom is about to get paid back heavily for what they have done, man. So I just wanted to go into that. Hey, stay faithful, stay true in this word, man. Right? We almost up out of here. Keep the commandments, repent, seek Yahweh Shah while he may be found. Until next time, Israel. Love y'all and shalom.